Performing quality control. In this section, you'll learn how to do both electronic and liquid quality control. ITC recommends that electronic QC be performed every 8 hours that an instrument is in service. Your facility may have their own guidelines, so check with your lab for their specific recommendations. Most administrators will set up automatic EQC during initial configuration, so Elite will automatically run electronic QC at set intervals. However, users can run electronic QC at any time between intervals. Elite's electronic QC provides automatic internal temperature verification and a 2-level electronic verification of instrument performance that takes 5 to 7 minutes. Level 1 clotting time verification takes 30 seconds, and Level 2 clotting time can be set for 300 or 500 seconds, depending upon departmental needs. To see the amount of time remaining before the next auto-electronic QC, press QC. To run the electronic QC manually, press QC and press 1. Upon completion, the screen will display Pass or Fail. Electronic QC results are stored in the database and displayed for 5 minutes. If your administrator has set the electronic QC to run automatically, we recommend that you keep Elite plugged in when it is not being used for monitoring. When Elite is left on battery power, it will turn off and scheduled auto-electronic QC will not run. By keeping the instrument plugged in and turned on, auto-electronic QC will always run on schedule, making the instrument available when you need it for patient use. Now we'll run a liquid QC test. ITC recommends that LQC be performed on each lot of cuvettes with every new shipment and every 30 calendar days thereafter. Check with your lab for your facility's recommendations. After a new lot or shipment of cuvettes has been QC'd, complete the Performance Verified chart on the side of each box and only use cuvettes with this information completed. To perform the LQC test, first ensure that the prompt line is displaying Insert Cuvette. Insert the cuvette and press the QC button. You'll see 4 options on the menu. The first option is for a normal Level 1 LQC test. The second allows you to perform an abnormal Level 2 LQC test. Pressing 4 allows you to see the time remaining until the next LQC must be run per institution requirements. We'll run a normal test by selecting 1. At this point, operator ID can be entered. See Module 2 for more information on entering ID numbers. If the instrument has been configured to require entry of the cuvette or LQC lot and expiration information, Elite will prompt you to enter this information now. Once the countdown has begun, you can begin rehydrating the Direct Check liquid quality control. Direct Check is an all-in-one solution for whole blood quality control. The ampule contains lyophilized or dried blood held within a glass vial with a diluent surrounding the vial. When the vial is broken and the sample and diluent are thoroughly mixed, it is ready for use. The clotting cascade begins immediately, so it is critical to wait until the instrument says Add Sample before starting Direct Check rehydration. To use Direct Check, remove the plastic shrink wrap covering on the ampule. Each box of Direct Check contains 4 protective sleeves. Slip the ampule into a plastic sleeve. Holding the ampule upright, tap it against a tabletop to settle the material to the bottom. Break the vial by positioning it on the table's edge and crushing once at the top, once at the bottom, and once in the middle. You should hear the glass breaking each time. Then rotate the ampule 45 degrees and repeat the crushing at the top, bottom, and middle. Next, invert the ampule with a snapping motion of the wrist 10 times or for 10 seconds. Remove the cap and discard the first drop of blood into the cap. It should be uniformly dark red with no sign of streaks or sediment. Add the second drop to the sample well. Press Start. Be sure to dispose of all blood products in accordance with international standards. Just as with a patient test, Elite will draw the sample and excess in and begin the count. When the test is complete, Elite displays the final time. The test results will be stored to the database. The clotting time will remain on the screen until you remove the cuvette. Check that the clotting time of the sample fits within the acceptable range on the package insert. Liquid QC samples can be stored for 4 weeks at room temperature. If refrigerated, they must be brought to room temperature before use. Congratulations! You've learned how easy it is to perform both EQC and LQC using Signature Elite and Hemochron Junior cuvettes. If you have completed the first 2 modules of this training, you have learned all the commonly used functions of Elite. You can now begin getting fast, accurate results right at the patient's side.